Oh, hi there! How are you doing? I hope your day is going fine and welcome back to the channel. There has been a lot of stuff about Ava recently that I really wanted to cover, considering what we said in my last video. Now, I called it at the end where Ava has come out and said that that was the old Dan, but at the moment we're skipping ahead too much. Lava, which was one of the people that Ava was involved with, came out and spoke about things, but rather than clearing things up, they just put two people on blast and got people to go over to a Cheeto and Sensitive Society to give them hate, when the videos they put out didn't even talk about Lava and the situation. It was more talking about Shadman and stuff like that. Again, go check out my previous video if you want to kind of catch up on this one. So to me, this was all about deflecting. What's funny is rather than deleting the tweet and they correct themselves later, they didn't do that and left it as a top pinned comment. So to me, they knew what they were doing. They wanted that hate to go towards people rather than taking accountability and actually getting things like correct. It's just kind of weird in my eyes. Lava did actually update the tweet with the other videos, but to me, it just felt like you wanted to take it out on two people, and rather than just make corrections, you just left it. It just seems fishy to me. You think that if something was that important that you wanted to correct yourself, then you would delete the tweet and make a new statement, but I'm guessing the Twitter clout would be a lot better. You think at this point you would try and get paid from them and make an easy bag. You know, 15 million views and stuff like that is going to be a lot of money. Anyway, when I was thinking about this and seeing everything that Ava did back in the day, I do think that Lava is a victim. Right now, they may be fine, but with their interaction, could this have shaped them differently when they were growing up? These things can affect them much later on. Ava shouldn't have done this whatsoever and never should have talked to them in that way. As someone who has gone through something really bad, these things can pop up anytime. We'll be coming back to this much later, as they did tweet out about not remembering the Discord chats and stuff so that the memories can be repressed. Do I think Lava is a victim? Yes, I do. Now, backtracking a little bit, when they actually did put out the correct videos saying that things were a lie, they didn't obviously correct the story. Now, you kind of think that this is going to be something that you do want to take your time and talk about, not just kind of get a statement out quickly and go, whoopsie, just gonna leave it there. You don't do this. You easily can take it down and put it up because people are still gonna come by it and look at it. Because you have 15 million or probably more by the time of this recording, people are going to actually want to see the real side and not just something that you've made up. The tweet that they put up at the bottom didn't actually garner a lot of views as well. So is it just something that you wanted to kind of get clout from this? Did you want money from it? I don't know. But to be honest, you should have just taken it down because those two didn't actually deserve the hate that they got. This was a small segment saying that when Ava was getting divorced, that she would get a greater ownership, or would have at the time, of the Mr. Beast brand.
And big news bomb. Apparently, I was being told from a very reliable source, his percentage of ownership was about to drastically increase after his divorce with Katie went through.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So he was about to hustle the mother of his child, or she was about to hustle.
That's what I said earlier.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That's a very credible source that I got that from. So yeah.
Sunny V2's getting all the praise now.
Now, hearing all of that, I think her ex-wife has more of a stake in there. So once she's gone, they would have gotten their share automatically or something like that. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. It's just weird to me that your contract would state that you get more if you're divorced. It's just kind of a little bit weird in my eyes. But can you imagine they're all sitting around the table and it's like Mr. Beast goes, look, if you divorce your wife, then you'll get a massive payday, and then that's it. And, or a video comes out of it. Like, if Ava can hold her hand on a car, she will get more of Mr. Beast, equity and the name and stuff. It's just a huge, massive challenge. Let's now talk about the messages sent to Mudahar from Ava, talking about the Keffals video that he dropped a while ago. The DM reads, "So glad that you said there's legit info on Kiwi. Legit being people telling people to go to my house and kill me. That website is the reason my child has had a gun pointed at him by cops. They renamed my family's business on Google, harassed and doxed my family members to the point where they didn't talk to me anymore, and are the reason I had to move. So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, where transphobia is encouraged by the creator who enjoys and has encouraged doxers of me because they think I'm a Jew being paid by Disney to transition. Now this is where I get frustrated on stuff. I can see why people would say it's a bad site with all the hate on there, but when there is evidence that can be used that could either be like screenshots, voice notes, videos, or whatever, it's all evidence that can be used to make content as long as you're doing it in the right way. When it comes to this sort of stuff, people always want evidence. They want to see it for their own eyes, so it's not made up, or people can be like, what the hell, where did this where do you get this from? So it depends on how you deliver it. At the end of the day, you can say, hey, I go to this website and I use this website for my evidence, but I don't condone anything that they do. Like, I don't condone harassment, doxing, or anything like that. I do not like that stuff, and I wouldn't like it done to anyone whatsoever. But it's interesting that when people say this is where I got my sources from, that they instantly go, yeah, guess what? It doesn't count. Could you imagine if that was like with the BBC? You go to the news site and it gives you everything that you need, and then someone goes, well, I don't like the BBC, so every single time you use it, I'm gonna like have a huge rampage and tell you how much of a bad person that you and that they are. It's just really irritating that you have it right there, and it's just so easy to look at and make your own opinion. One thing that I also want to point out is I always think that it's these sorts of messages that'll be like, you got to take your video down. Like, I don't want you doing this whatsoever. You have to take it down so I feel safe. It's really, really annoying. In the next message, Ava says, speaking of which, glad to see now my doctors are picking back up today. Wonder how they got that info. Now, Mudahar doesn't condone doxing. He didn't do anything whatsoever. He talked about Keffals. So it just kind of feels like this entire whole message is like all about me. And it's really fucking strange. Like, Ava is such a fucking loser. Like, seriously, how can you think that it's Mudahar's fault when it isn't? Just shows what sort of person Ava is. The whole video was to show what Keffals was like, and now Ava is playing victim, so like literally just fuck off, Ava. Just absolutely fuck off. I'm going to look through some of the Reddit and stuff, and it kind of starts off with this first one that we're going to show. Which this one here is that Ava tweeted out at the time, said the old me was an F word too, and shows that it says Tyson Boy 34. Now, I don't understand why you would use the F slur, because you know exactly what sort of power it holds on people and how people think about it. But mainly, when we look at it, we definitely have the username. So people then went to look at Reddit and searched for their name to see what else they had been saying. And a lot of stuff has been kind of deleted, but we're going to be looking over some of the posts that you can see. One of the posts here was the to me real life, for me real life. So they put this, but you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14. And that to me is something really kind of like sick. Like, why would you post this? This is just something that you wouldn't really want to like post whatsoever. The next one is this one. Why the fuck would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D? That's like, what the hell goes through your mind that you would post something like this? And then when we see all the other stuff later on, maybe in another video, depending on how long this one is, it just really makes you think, why are you like this? Why are you actually putting this down? This is no longer edginess. This is fucked up. Now, this is interesting because when Ava posted, no second monitor have hentai constantly playing, not good enough for this good boy. We know that Ava has a hentai addiction, and they have mentioned it multiple different times to different people to have conversations. So this, you can say, okay, this definitely links in with what you are like, Ava. And again, you have Shadman is going to love this, which we don't know what it is for that they posted, but the fact is that you know what Shadman has done, what they do. Why would you constantly want to kind of bring them up or kind of give them ideas for the next drawing or something like that? To me, that's just the most weirdest, fucked up thing, considering you know what Shadman's like. Now, if you don't know what this is, basically it's not the nicest thing in the world and it's not something that I'm into whatsoever. But when you see, I thank thee for my new fetish, it's horrible. Why? And another one, Tyson Boy. So they rub it on their face, but when you ask them to suck it, they give you that look. It's just like, and that's really it for the kind of like Reddit. There's probably a lot more out there. Ava put out a tweet and said, I would like to apologize for my past behavior or comments if it has hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Which again is just more of a, I'm not really sorry, and it's more, I'm just saying what people want to kind of see. Like, that's the only thing that I see in this tweet. Now, at the time, they just kind of left it and they didn't really kind of add it all in, but they have, as you can see. The whole point of all of this tweet is I just see it as sorry I got caught, because when we talk in another video about other things, you can see that they were very unhinged, that they just constantly were completely different. And this whole thing of this 180 is just completely weird. Like, this doesn't change who you are. This is the same. You are the same person deep down. And it's a disgusting deep down person that you are. The main thing is, if that video didn't come out, then they would still be doing this over and over and over again, and until they actually got properly caught. It's just a, oh, I'm trying to say I'm sorry, but I'm not actually sorry. I think one of the reaction that you wanted was people going like, fucking hell, Ava, fucking hell, that's fucking dark, that is. And then all your mates start laughing, thinking you're this like edgy person when you're not. I've seen people like this, and it's just absolutely fucking stupid that, you want to get a cheap laugh and be known as this edgy person that will do almost fucking anything. And it's just absolutely fucking messed up. I am probably going to leave it here because there is a ton more stuff and this video is long enough. I just wanted to kind of get out some of the stuff that's been there. We're going to kind of look over the Discord chats, the Discord calls and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of really wanted to give my thoughts on this. I generally think that Ava is a disgusting person, and I think that she should be properly looked into for all the stuff that she has done over the years, because I can understand maybe one or two edgy jokes, but there is a constant like cycle, a constant pattern that is just the same thing over and over again. Anyway, there will be, by the time this video comes out, there will probably be 10 million other things as well. So I will leave it here and we'll jump into the next video very soon. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.